Alrighty. Let's get it going here, Jeff. Welcome to welcome. Hopefully your Friday is going well so far. I am looking through the TGC thread, which I looked yesterday. I was double checking some of the photos and things like that that you had posted in there from the 9th, which is good stuff. Again, I'm just kind of double checking, looking at some of the challenges that you had porting over from 21 to 20, or 2K22 to 2K23, or was it 2K21? I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, no, excited to check out Sedgefield. It's actually a course I don't have a ton of knowledge about, even though I know it's got a lot of history and obviously the PGA Tour heritage and things like that, but it's not quite a course that I'm overly familiar with, so looking forward to giving it a test run here. Let's see here. First cut. Do the way fairway splines come in. Yeah, I know some of the splines this year are like extra thick, at least in my opinion. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens or how that goes. Alright, let's see if we can get this going here. Cool, alrighty. So SCCBeta, I'm just double checking to make sure we don't have any crazy details that we need to add or take away. Settings, full course. I like me just a little breath of wind. That's my my preference there. Makes the game a little more fun. Time of day, keep all that default. I'm actually gonna keep it simple, play the middle tee, or middle pins here, pin number 1. Tip route on the golds. Otherwise, everything else should be good to go here, and default. I'll turn the crowds off for now, too, just so we can take a look at the full scope of this thing. So we'll get her going. I haven't really explored a lot of the full gameplay of 2K13 yet, or 2K23. It's been mostly just the designers, mostly what I've been working in, typically, just because that's really all I bought this game for anyways. It's kind of my little outlet. If you've seen in the Refuge, I've got the what's it called? I've got the design thread where I sketch courses and all that good stuff too, which is super fun and a good little way to pass the time, but to be able to actually put it into production as well is really nice and super cool. Again, the opportunity to kind of bring your creation to life is very neat. So, and hopefully we make some fun stuff, which, speaking of, I hope you've enjoyed the Bill and Ted 18 that I put up the beta, which, if anybody else is wondering, it's Bill and Ted Fall Test 1, where the golf course is mostly done. I gotta do a little extra sculpting, some more planting, possibly expand the 11th green. I may do it in a separate video, just kind of take everybody through that and kind of the design philosophies and things of that nature related to that course, so, which is always fun. It's very Lasonia inspired, although I went and played Harrison Hills this summer, which is another Langford and Maroa another Bill and Ted, and it was super fun. Really enjoyed it. So, but as you can see, we just have my the default golfer here. We don't have really anything else special. So, cool. Yeah, bunkers look good. Some of the sculpting, and it could just be this year specifically, but some of the sculpting on these bunkers, I apologize for the shoddy camera work, but like this edge right over here. See, yeah, it's kind of textured, like right up in here. And again, I don't know if that's been retouched yet, or if it's just my game hasn't processed that bunker lip just yet. But I've found that I'm having similar challenges with that when I use the designer. So again, it could just be the fact that I'm on PS4, not PS5, or anything else like that. So let's take a look around over here. A little house. Jeff, is this your house? I kind of dig it. Oh, driveway's a little warped, but that's alright. We're not here for a driveway review. I like it, though. Very much like it. Let's keep going. Take a look. Down the street here. Got these houses over on this side facing the driving range, which is very cool. Here, let's go check this out. Big open range. I like it. Oops. Kind of a tough scene that it's a little side hill range there, but that's alright. Again, it's just a range. You're just going to use it to warm up for about 30, 40 shots, and then go use the rest of your good swings out on the golf course. Get some more houses back in here. Oh, that one's missing a driveway. I'm not overly critical of stuff like that, by the way. Like, oh yeah, that house is missing a driveway, or that's missing a car. Like, as you can tell, I'm a console player, so I really don't look at a lot of this stuff when I'm playing around. It's usually just, you know, hey, I've got the golf course, I've got certain parts of the golf course that I'm looking at, things of that nature. I don't typically go too hard in the paint on the little details and intricacies of the golf course itself. So this is cool. Nice little chipping range down here with a drainage ditch. That's a little sketchy, but you know, flub a chip, just dump a range ball right there in the creek. I would totally do that. That or skull one out into the houses here. Let's keep going. A little stop sign there. I like it. Oh, did you put a waterfall in over here? Not quite, but again, this is the part of the game that doesn't necessarily matter, in my opinion. Like, it's nice, again, if you really wanted to go full attention to detail, like, oh yeah, the street is warped and the road's not great, but again, I'm not overly critical of stuff like that. Or that's not, like, if I was judging this for the World Cup of Design or something like that, I wouldn't dock points or anything else like that. You're playing a golf game, not a neighborhood simulator or a neighborhood design simulator. This guy's place is pretty sweet. Is this like the Super's house? Or like the water tower, the keeper of the water tower's house? Right here. Oop, tree. There you go. I like it. Like the caddy shack or something like that. That'd be a sweet caddy shack. Little setup. Put a bar back there. It'd be a great time. I really like what you've done here with, I'm assuming this is the clubhouse? Yeah, how you've kind of meshed all of these different housing textures together to create this really grand clubhouse. I think that's really, really, really well done. I would say for me, this is the part that I struggle with the most when it comes to designing and doing all the little extra stuff. I think it's typically the area of my course design that I struggle in a lot. But I think you've done this masterfully well. Like this right here, I've got these nice little awnings, or this nice little walkway down in through here. Squirrel! Hey, buddy. Looking for his nuts. Let's see here. Yeah. Photographer in me is all excited now, too. Here, look at this. Look at that coming up the hill. That's freaking gorgeous. Okay, let's keep going here. Got the parking lot. Got a nice little practice green. Swimming pool over there. Country club side of everything. Maintenance shed. And drive-in. Whoops. Not a busy day, just myself and somebody else parked out there, although my hatchback's blue instead of black, but you know, that's okay. It's the thought that counts. And again, if again, World Cup of Design stuff, like this is cool. You've got all these neat little textures and things like that for the gravel and maintenance side, but then again, you go over to the parking lot here and there's a big ass jump in the parking lot. Shame on you. Dishonor on your whole family. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow. No. No, it's good stuff. I love it. I love it. Plus, this is also the beta, so we don't really have anything to work on here. Alright, so we've got kind of a tricky little landing area here. Ball's going to want to kick to the right, but then kick back to the left. Wind in our face. Just going to try to muscle it through the breeze down the hill here. If I can get into that little gulch, it'd be perfect.
Oh my, you hooked this one.
And we've hit it right into the textured bunker. Great start. Oof. Roll back in.
Okay, let's get on out of this second cut and get on our way.
Not too shabby. Okay, green complex. Now we're just observing textures here. I'm trying to make sure that your putting surface has got plenty of pinnable areas, that some of the mounding and sculpting around this looks pretty good, which, yeah, first green looks really nice. Is Sedgefield a Donald Ross? Should probably look this up. Sedgefield Country Club. It is a Donald Ross. Look at that. Yeah, so you got the kind of traditional Ross, almost turtleback-ish kind of green here. A little Redan-esque. I love the fairway surrounds too. That style of golf course is really cool. So this is where I don't know if this is your intention, but this is just what I'm going to notice. So obviously wavy cart path lines, at least on the beta, but then you've got first cut going right into cart path over here. I don't know if there's supposed to be a second cut in between there and there. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but just one thing I've picked up on and noticed. Alright, so we got slightly down the hill here. Our lie is absolute shit. It's not absolute shit, but it's a little rough. Anything in this front part of the green here that we can land it and just have it kick back down to the left, I'll be pleased. Do we got one more club with this breeze? Try to land it kind of short. Take a little off it.
Yeah, the swing was a little bit
Oof.
rough on that one.
Stay short. See? Perfect layup. Never doubt.
Setting up here now for our third shot.
Again, I have not played this. I haven't played the actual game a whole lot. It's been mostly designer, so I apologize in advance for the really shoddy gameplay here. Let's see here. We could probably land this on that slope. Have it feed down to the hole. Or just very fast it and leave it short. I've already lost Jeff. Oh God, sit. Sit, sit. Sit, sit, sit. Okay.
And this will be a bogey on the scorecard.
Yeah, green textures are good. Pin seems to be in a legit spot. Break.
Oh, no, it's right by the hole.
Not that much.
All right, nice
Good start.
three-footer to deal with. Rolled right by.
Sick! Really good start.
All right, give it a tap. And
I really want to turn that meter off. Again, I think I've played
3 over par for the
one full round of this game so far. Of actual golf. Everything else has just been like play testing, so again, forgive me because my gameplay ability here is not great. Look at this. Oh, this fairway's brutal. I mean, I like it, but that's tricky. Here, let's take a look at the bunkers. Yeah, so again, we're getting kind of these little tiny little ridges here with the sculpting, which again I'm not entirely sure if you're going to touch that up a little bit, but or use the kind of that flatten tool and work on that. Oh, look at this house. Nice house, love the pool, but they are absolutely screwed because so many people would hit balls into that pool. Got a little creek ditch thing down there on the left. And we are downhill. This is tricky. No sense in hitting driver, especially since it's downhill. There we go. Cover that tree. Get through.
That shot got a little bushy.
That's okay.
Okay, second shot here on the second.
Not a bad spot. Let's see here. Sweet. Okay. First thing that comes to mind is this up in here. Again, you get a little kind of wavier textures, things like that. I don't know how big this gets. And I know you're working with LiDAR too. But that's a little iffy. This green also seems a little small. Like, I don't know if you could pin back here. You probably could. Like, right there. Or right there. Because what's the TGC Tour rule? Is it 9 squares, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So right there is your pinnable spot. And then again, whole green running off. Whoops. I like it though. Your planting by the creek is very, very nicely done. Little rock textures, things like that. Whoop. There we go. We got some floating water texture. That looks good. And then there's your other one. Maybe do a little waterfall there or something. Let's see here. There's another one. And again, I know we're working with a beta, so I'm taking this with a grain of salt, but that might be another. There's a water texture line right there as well. Or two different water lines. It's tough too, because like I know you don't necessarily want to make those waterfalls, like you just want to make it a creek, but they don't really do that very well in this game. Alright, deadly golf shot here. I like the look of that house in the back too, that like white house down the hill, the extra slopes, things of that nature. I think that's really nicely done. Alrighty. Here goes nothing.
This one's heading left.
Oh, we hit too far left. Right idea.
Right back in the fairway. Now, to the green.
Okay.
Third shot.
Whoops. We are not going to mess with this at all. Let's see if we can land it. Right there. I just want to see how this lays out. Yep. Should kick to left, feed to the left. Here it comes. Not bad. We'll take that.
This is potentially to save par.
Got a little uphill putt here. Pull the pin. Back of the cup. Nope. Low side.
Oh. This putt's about 4 feet.
I am gonna shoot like 85.
Putt in there for the bogey.
That's okay.
You are sitting at 4 over on the round.
That's okay though. Yeah, I don't know.
That wind's blowing right into our face on this one.
I guess the only thing about 2 would be, I don't know if that landing area where kind of the creek begins, 50 yards-ish short of the green, I don't know if there's supposed to be a flat spot down there or how that works, but it does seem like there was kind of a pinch point where that fairway just ran off and there wasn't really a flat spot for that ball to collect. Or for that tee shot to collect. That'd be my only critique there. Again, so got some bunker sculpting here. Weird texture stuff. I'm pretty sure, from a surface standpoint, this is what you were talking about in the TGC thread, excuse me, of this line right here, or the first cut of rough and the second cut of rough kind of meeting in with the fairway. If like this hillside is supposed to be first cut or if it's supposed to be fairway, but this is probably what you were talking about. Or flattening out at least more of where this texture is or where this surface is, and flattening out the putting surface versus everything else. Hold on 1 second here. Sorry about that. We're back. Apologies. Yeah, like where this fairway runs off, or where this collection, or where the first cut of rough runs off, and obviously you got the second cut, things like that. Obviously this will all be cleaned up. I'm familiar with your work, so I know this will eventually get cleaned up. Same with the green here too. I don't know if this is all strictly runoff or how this whole thing's going to work, but I'm pretty familiar with how much you're going to clean that up and all that good stuff, so it should be good to go. Let's see. Yeah, obviously bunkers there. Whoops, too far. I'm assuming you're also going to sculpt a little bit up in here too. I know it's LiDAR, but kind of up in this section with these hills, I'm sure you're probably going to complete and sculpt this a little bit more. I'm assuming that's a road or like a residential street, so I know that getting cleaned up in the back here. I would assume it'll probably happen as well, which will be good. Cool little angle looking back up the hill here. Neat little par 3. Alrighty. Big uphill par 3. Uphill and into the breeze. Let's go 1 club extra. See if we can kind of carry it front middle here.
Well, that one wasn't super solid contact.
A little quick, a little dry, and no wind whatsoever. Oh well.
You missed the approach. I'm not disappointed in you in any way. Just want you to know that.
Back it down here. See if we can make one. Lean right, a little bit. Break right, a little bit. Do it. Ooh.
Here we go. Par putt. Going towards that hole.
Hey, there we go.
Right, there it is. That's your par.
Back on the par train.
And that's 4 over for you.
Thanks, John.
Par 4 hole.
Appreciate it. Cool little tee shot. Okay, so first thing, this tree right here. I don't know if that's part of the hole or the charm of this golf hole, but that's a pain in the butt. Oh, and this fairway sloping against me. Wind coming off that side too here. Let's put a little more intentional draw on it. Let's see here if we back it all the way up. I want to check out the tee box here. Yeah, not bad. Kind of rounded off in the back corner there, but not too shabby. Oh, see, I'm really trying to not hit fast, although just use the cart path. Use the cart path.
Oh, well, that's no good.
That's how you take that bunker out of play.
The deep stuff currently. Let's get out of here
yeah,
now.
It's all good. It's just you take that green side or the fairway bunker out of play. It's all good. Kind of neat look back up the hill here. So same thing again, talking surfaces and all that other stuff too. I don't know if this would be pinnable. Technically it would, because we've got nine squares if the hole's right here, but that pin is diabolical. And then same with this kind of back corner one too. I mean, it's doable. I know you could put one right in like here somewhere. Probably like there would be pinnable. But again, maybe softening up kind of this top shelf and then obviously keeping the big slope here that collects shots down into this section of the green would be good too. I don't know if you wanted to put a pin in here too. This would actually be a sick pin. Just a thought. Alrighty, so we are in the deep rough here. So we just gotta hack this thing out. Okay, we've been long with everything though, with the wind, so I think we're just gonna play this short. And just let it roll down to the pin. Sit, boo-boo. Sit, boo-boo, sit. Sit, boo-boo, sit. Hit it! Oh! Golf shot.
Work on the approach. You saw that one, didn't you?
We'll take that.
Take your score to 3 over if you get this. Let's
see if we can find a birdie. Hey, look at that.
And that'll work for the birdie.
Look at that. We'll take a birdie. Let's see here. I haven't checked the chat in a little bit. See if anybody else is in here yet. Nope, just me. All good. Okay. Oh, got some grass growing into the fairway here. Super might want to mow some of that down, but that's all good. Oof, another big sloping fairway. Again, though, your planting is outstanding here with all the houses, the little mulch runoffs, things like that. If you go up in here by the houses, that's all really, really, really nicely done. Thoroughly enjoying that. Okay. We're playing a draw today. Right side of the fairway.
Oh my goodness, absolutely
Hey!
hammered that one.
We perfect one. Now stay in the fairway. Please stay in the fairway. Yes!
And
That'll work.
Somewhere around 155 yards out.
Ooh, par 5. This is a short one. There you go. So again, I'm not sure what the plan is here. Again, if you're going to go full light rough on the bank and then do green and a little bit of fairway, or fairway all the way down, or kind of what the plan is with that. But that's another bunker there. Pretty, that's the theme of the day. I won't keep hammering that home for you. Interesting green complex here. Oh, yeah, there too. Again, get that fairway into that bunker, and then just some sculpting work. Whoops. Just some of the sculpting work right here. Try to get rid of some of those rough edges. Would be good. Okay. If I'm playing in real life, I'm absolutely trying to hoist an actual. It's a pitching wedge for me. One club short of my 156. I'm trying to hoist one up here and hit it into this back slope, get it on the back tier. Today, I'm going to hit the number, put a lot of English on it. And we hit it slow.
A little too far to the right on the approach, I think.
Not quite. I need to, what's the new feature on this now? You can, like, go club fitting or whatever. Obviously need to put some time into that new feature.
Oh, nice little chip there.
But
Here
hey,
we go, birdie putt.
Everybody likes a little kick in birdie. No complaints.
Birdie in a row, the makings of a streak, perhaps.
Not too shabby there.
Okay, you are at 2 over par. 6th hole coming up.
I know it was downhill and downwind, but that seemed very short for a par 5. But again, that could be me. That could just be the original design. I think I spot. Do I see 2 water textures over there, or no? I think you're good. Yeah, I think you're okay there. Again, really nice grass work there with the planting. No complaints. And again, it's a video game, so we might as well try to just rip this right at this bunker. Oh, blocked it right. Hey, playing the mega width, baby, the mega angle.
Unlucky. Here's our
See?
shot on this.
Look, we got a mostly obstructed shot into the green. It's just understanding the width and angles of the golf course, baby. So we do what we do. Same thing here. Again, got another green texture, bunkers, green side texture, bunkers, etc. Just do a quick little course wide. Ooh, not a good swing there.
Well, you tried, you just didn't quite hit this green.
I'd do a little course wide audit of all of your different traps, just to see, kind of the textures, if they're flat at the bottom. Obviously, if fairways are rolling into them, or if that first cut of rough is rolling into them, things like that. Let's give it a little extra up the hill. Do it. Hey, there we go.
Okay,
just had to get warmed up, that's all.
currently 2 over. Wind is blowing left to right on this one.
Alrighty, let's see here. 7th hole down the hill. Alright, let's check out the wall work over here. Nicely done. Ooh, that's weird. Kind of the top of the wall to the rough here. Again, I know sculpting this is a little tricky, but I don't know if this is just what this is for the designer this year or what, but yeesh. They picked a bad color for that. But the wall work is nicely done. Your stakes are good. Let's take a look here. Again, just looking at textures, things like that. I mean, I'm actually okay with... So I like how you've done this right in here. Whoops. So you've got this little puddle up top. And then obviously this rock right here kind of blocking the rest of the water, which then continues to flow underneath. I like how you've done that. That's very tastefully done. Again, nice work with the wall. Green site looks good here. Again, not entirely sure how you want to do this with the first cut and the second cut, but that looks solid. Ooh, a second green. That's kind of fun. Little double green option? Or is this a tee box for something? Back up the hill? Nope. That's a cool little double green thing, if that's actually a thing. Again, I've never actually played Sedgefield or seen it, but that would be sweet. Alright, let's see if we can fire one down the hill here.
Come on, bounce to the right for us.
You heard him. Kick right. Ooh, soft bounce, but that's okay. We'll take it.
Safe shot. 13 feet left to the hole.
That'll work. See if we can muscle it through the initial break. Oh.
Just missed.
I thought it would kick a little further right off the putter face, but that's okay.
Drops in the hole. Let's take a look at the scorecard. 2 over par.
Nothing too crazy over there.
And teeing it up on a par 4.
Again, checking the chat, see if we've got anything in here. Nothing yet. That's all right. 8th hole. Okay, so if we back all the way up over here. Bridge work is good. Road work is nice. Again, your planting is really nicely done up there on that hill. I really enjoy that. Water textures are all good. Bridge work is nice. It's tough with planting and everything else, but we've got a couple of stragglers sprouting through the bridge. Again, this being ported over, I understand your struggle. I do like the little bridge down here, though, too. This is also really nicely done. Let's go further up. We're hiding some water texture right in here. Whoops. Again, I'm still on console here, so my camera work is not very good. I apologize for making you sick. Yeah, so we get a couple different water levels right there, there, and there. Again, I haven't used the designer enough with waterfalls yet for this year, but this hole especially, that might not be a bad little angle to take.
Look at this one hook.
Ooh, fast. Give me a kick right. No, the other right.
This is out of the second cut here.
Not bad. We'll take it. Okay, green looks good. I don't... This seems a little aggressive. Again, I know what you're going for, but this seems just a tiny little bit aggressive. There's only one golf course I know of that would have a green sloped that aggressively, which is the Eagle Springs Golf Resort in Eagle, Wisconsin. That's like the best 9-hole course I've ever played. Check it out if you're ever up in Wisconsin, but otherwise, yeah, got another pinnable spot up in here. You could even flatten this out up in this area if you really wanted and put a pin like right in there. So do one there, if you wanted, as an option. Heavy rough pitch shot. Oh, blocked it right, and it's a fast, but that's all right.
Good one. Hole's about 10 feet out.
Dog's a little cranky if you can't hear her in the background. Let's see if we can make one.
It could be a good one.
Stay there.
Ouch.
Oh, man.
Here we go. Par putt
So
coming
close.
up.
Slam it off the back of the cup here for our par. Neat hole.
Okay, 2 over par at the moment. Teeing this one up on the 9th now.
Very neat golf hole. All right, hold on one second here. Okay. 9th hole. Okay, let's take a look. Long 4. It's... And this kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. But right in here, kind of where the path is shaped with planting on that side, I'm not sure how aggressive the final touches are going to be. But I mean, it's a little rough. This is where being overly critical just to try to help a little bit. I think it also plays into the green complex on 8 as well. Just softening up the slope. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is to do right in here. A little wavy spline there too. But I think you get what I'm going for. Just kind of touching that up. We already talked about the water with the bridge. Oh boy.
Well, this could maybe roll its way into the rough, possibly.
Give me a bounce. That'll work.
All right, you might.
This seems shorter than 6. Am I wrong? Or longer than 6. Am I wrong? Right? Maybe? Could just be the difference in wind, possibly? Not entirely sure. Let's check out over here. Yeah, good. Looks nice. Like all the different objects are looking good. Sculpting's nice. Big old fairway around the clubhouse and the green here, which is good stuff. One club more. Let's see what this green looks like. Okay, that pin's fine. You could pin one over there too. I don't know if this space up in here you were looking to do something, maybe? Let's check the front. Looks good, too. Again, just super nitpicky, but double-checking on making sure lines aren't overly aggressive. There, and then how's that short bunker? Looks good. Yeah. Sculpting is just a tiny little bit beat up, but that's okay. Good lord.
Well, unfortunate. That's gonna.
I need to spend more time working on this. Working on my own ability here, obviously. Dump it up into this hill.
Setting up here 10 feet from the cup.
Considering the fact I think I'm still using the default set.
It's
Go in.
getting there.
Hey! Look at that. We'll take it.
Drop on in there for par. Good stuff.
No complaints. Alright, let's double check here again. Just looking to see if we have any comments or things brought up. Which it doesn't look like we do, which is okay. No complaints there. Alright, I'll be less critical of all the nitpicky little things, but again, just make sure splines are straight like this, make sure bunkers are sculpted, although this one's the best one I've seen so far. It's not as jagged, which is good. But yeah, just straighten out the splines, obviously figuring out which... oh, good lord.
I'm sure you didn't
Carpath.
plan that one.
Carpath? Carpath?
Whoops, that's
just,
not great.
Just figuring out green sites
shot on the 10th.
as well. Obviously, just making sure that that pinnable locations are fair enough to be pinned. This green looks good. Some of those fairway runoffs you have as well are a little trickier,
Well,
or a little more like aggressively sculpted. But again, that'll come in handy when you're readjusting all those different spline lines and things of that nature.
Ooh, look at here. Nice chip.
It's like my actual golf game. You just, you know, hack it, whack it, knock it up there for a 4 and call it a day, you know?
Might need a bit more club. We got a headwind on this hole.
Mrs. TCR picked up, what is it? It's pumpkin bourbon coffee? Or pecan bourbon coffee? Or pecan bourbon coffee? He said to the North Carolinian. It smelled amazing. It had like butter pecan kind of vibes about it.
This could roll into the rough, I think.
Okay, great. That'll work. Delicious.
In at around
I am firmly in the pumpkin butter pecan fan club at this stage. It's delicious. It's fantastic. Highly recommended. She got it at one of her local... She's got like an apple orchard down south called Tanner's, just south of Chicago by about 2.5 hours. A town called Peoria. Better swing.
Come on, kick left.
One big bounce. Actually, no. Not one big bounce. Just stay right there. Let's go.
Yep, that's out of the top shelf. Good work.
Now we're talking. Thank you.
All right, let's pop this in. Birdie putt.
And I am all the way in on the...
You are sitting at 1 over par.
It wasn't pumpkin. It was a pecan bourbon, which, ooh, good stuff. Smelled amazing. Good color, the whole thing. I drench mine in creamer anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Here's those bunkers again, too. Again, so we've got some textures that are kind of bleeding over from bunker into that first cut. I don't know if that's your intention, but see, like this one's a little different. And then you, of course, are getting wavy splines as well, but again, that'll happen when you're porting over stuff. Nothing too crazy. All right, let's see if we can put one into this little back slope. Giddy up. That'll play. We will take that. Plus, that cart path or road or whatever that is behind the green also looks a little kind of warped as well. They're Donald Ross cart paths. Turtleback cart paths and roads. Hit it. Oh god. Oh god. Stop. Oh god. Okay, bye. Ugh. Sick.
Frustrating. Let's get back on the green.
Sick, sick, sick. Okay. Pop this back up into that slope. Bring it back.
All right,
no?
Good luck here. This one's for
Rats.
Bob.
Snap right.
Oh, it's going right
Oh
by.
god, did we do it again? Yeah, we did. Oh.
Oh, come on, ball. Get back.
That's awesome. I love it. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can make one here. I gotta play it off the backboard. Oh, that's way too much. No, it's not. Okay. Here it comes. Dang it. Right idea.
8-footer here in front of us.
Pay no attention to
Good.
to the score at this point. Again, we're just trying to have a little fun here. Hit a few different golf shots.
And you're currently sitting at 4 over par. All right, let's have a nice tee shot and land it nicely in that fairway.
Again, just tee boxes here. Ooh, we got a fun little. What's this? Or is it just a weird texture thing I was seeing? Oh, it's the sign. Oh, I thought that was the. Excuse me, I thought that was the road. Which sick. Little natural pointy speed bump there. Nah, it's all good. Okay. Yep. I do really like how you've sculpted
I think this one will
the
I might have been a tad bit hopeful on that.
I like how you've sculpted the bunkers, the lips of these here with the secondary cut. I think those are really nicely done. That's an aesthetic that works really well, especially for TGC or 2K in this case.
I think this will find the putting surface.
It's relatively easy to sculpt too. I think it's one of the best, if not the best, way to do traps.
Down to 3 over.
They look the best. They play the best. All that good stuff. I may have just run this like 30 feet past again.
That went right by.
Yep.
And for the par.
Doesn't move that much. Oh well.
That's gonna work.
But we'll brush that one in. Just checking over here to see if anybody else
4 over par for the day.
Anybody else jumped in?
Lengthy par 4.
Alrighty. Whoops. Tee boxes look okay here. Good sculpting work on that trap. Got a little overhang tree there. I swear I'm trying not to be fast like that. Man, it's ugh.
Okay, and as we set this one up, it's
obviously you need to
just wanted you to know.
Go get a fitting. See if that's perfect.
Where this will end up.
It was basically the same speed as the driver, and now it's perfect. Go figure.
It's not too bad.
Okay, yep, that bunker, obviously right there with fairway, you get it. Weird, kinda, this right here. I don't know if this is just the spline not rounding itself out, or if that's how it actually is, or if this just needs to be sculpted and be another, like, hump. But that's kind of a weird little nook. I'm assuming it's going to be, that's supposed to be more of a mound, and then that collection area kind of settles in behind it, I think is what that's supposed to be. I hope you know what I'm talking about, where this shouldn't be at the same grade as the hill. I would think there's going to be another mound right there, and then that collection area past is, or that little runoff past is like a flatter spot as opposed to it running away. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I'm wrong. A lot. Just ask my girlfriend, I'm wrong all the time. See, ugh. Okay. We just had to investigate it over here, that's all.
The green, maybe on the next shot.
Let's see what we can do here. Hit a flopper. And now it's a fast. Alright. Good shot, though.
Okay, here's a 5-footer.
We'll go get, we'll go get the clubs fitted, or at least get the swing dialed in a little bit more here on the...
And you're currently sitting at 5 over.
Afterwards, again, I think this is my...
Use the wind
honestly, I think it's second competitive round in this game, I want to say. And I say competitive very loosely. Let's check it out here. Got another water texture right there. Cool hole here, though. Tee boxes are a little funky as well. The sculpting's not fantastic. Oh, this as well. This is just me. I would change, instead of it being a fairway walkway, I would change it to be a light rough walkway. Because I know what you're going for. It just looks weird that you have this first cut and then it stops immediately and goes straight to fairway to rough to fairway to rough. Like if the actual fairway or like landing zones and things like that all looked the same, if it looked like this, that would be fine, but match your landing zone, like this first cut to second cut right here. Do the same thing for your walking paths as well. Do a little, like, have a first cut here and then into second cut. Or remove the first cut from the actual fairways and then just make it all fairway directly to second cut. We are gonna try not to pull hook this into the shite. Hey, we didn't. We just blocked it right.
That's, yeah, be nice to have that one back.
Into the gunch.
All right, setting up here.
I really need to adjust my dude here. I don't like his hair. I don't like a lot of things about him.
Looks like we're heading to the rough.
Oh, we were extra safe here, or extra careful.
Setting up for our third shot.
Okay, let's take a look at this green. Yep, right there. Obviously, there's another one there. Again, some of these warped textures. These wider splines, too, again. Like that fairway spline being wider does not do anybody any favors. But your sculpting on this green is really nice. Like you've got your zone here, your zone up there, and then your zone in the back corner, which is delightful. I like it. We're going to use that to the best of our ability. Go. Ah.
Okay, let's get on to the green next.
The idea was good. Bang.
And that'll
See?
work for
It's easy game.
Bird. It on in there. Well done.
That's all you got to do.
Worth taking another look at.
You just, you know. Look, if you remove putting from your game, it'd be The game would be too easy. Be way too easy. We're not going to watch replays. That's
currently sitting at 4 over.
Not a thing. Hey, look at that.
Got a right to left breeze on this hole.
Alrighty. Cool par 3 here. Let's double check here. So, yep, obviously we've got some jagged textures right here. Whoops. Right in there. Either smoothing that out or making it just so that it's not rigid like this, obviously. I didn't really investigate the bank over here either, but I'm sure, yep, yeah, you still get kind of this rigid, kind of jagged line on that side as well, which again, we're talking beta here, so that'll be stuff to work on eventually. I'm not familiar with Sedgefield, so I don't know if this is a thumbprint or not. If it is, just personal preference, tighten up this slope, so make this a wider landing area, and make, this is fine, but make this back section right up in here a little bit wider as well. Not too wide, but see how you're starting to use the slope right here? I would start your slope like here, and then make this relatively flat to put a pin up in here. It just makes it a little more playable, in my opinion. And then obviously, again, this whole side here will have to be either resplined or touched up with the first cut to fairway or second cut to first cut up in here. Very cool golf hole, though. Oh, I didn't know. So you got the little water cooler station down there, too. I love that. Okay. Here we go. Oh. I was like, we're just going to gently toss one up into the breeze here and see if it brings it back, which it didn't. But oh, hey, look at that. We've hit it to, you know, Friday's pin.
A long way from the hole still, but you're on.
Okay.
Right, you can sink this.
This might be reckless, but let's give it a shot. Did we put one off the front again? Yes, we did. Whee!
A little too much power. Setting up in the green side rough.
That's okay. Let's see here. Toss one up in the thumbprint here and see if we can use the slope. Not high enough.
Okay, 11 feet.
Oh well.
Deal with.
Hold your line. Boom!
5 over par currently.
That'll work.
Teeing it up on a par 4 for this one.
Alright, let's take a look here. Ooh, little wavy gravy there on the cart path. But that's alright. This bunker also kind of sits in a weird spot. Like, I know it's probably more of an aiming bunker, but you can't really see it. And again, kind of this, I know you're using LiDAR, but from a gameplay standpoint, this is kind of just funky, because this is very aggressively dipped. I know your low spot's probably right here, but I don't know, maybe like flattening this out, or at least flattening this part out, and then making it more aggressively sloped might be the way to go. If you're going to touch it up, again, I'm not entirely sure what the rules of using LiDAR versus not are, but that's the first thing that kind of comes to mind with something like this. So we'll go a little slower.
Look out, this one's slicing.
I was going to say, and try to play it off that mound. Kick left. Yeah. Beauty. That'll work.
Here's our second shot on the 17th.
And here's what you were talking about in the TGC thread, obviously, and then, you know, some of those other comments where this right here should be second cut instead of first cut all the way through from fairway to fairway. Get a little rigid or wobbly line there. And same thing with this kind of this green complex back here again with like fringe or fairway, whatever it is, but like this is super aggressive. So just kind of smoothing this out just a tiny little bit. I always like the rule of, and I'm air quoting rule of, would a mower be able to get on this? And like this part, yeah, but this part it'd be kind of tricky. It can still be a punch bowl, just again softening up that line a little bit. You get what I'm talking about. You've done multiple course designs in the past, so I know you're not too worried about it. Golly.
Well, unfortunately, that's a missed green.
Yeah, you gotta
setting up here
practice.
Now.
All right, here we go.
Third shot.
Whack it up the slope.
This one's for par. Well done.
Brush that one in. No complaints there, and we'll head to the last.
And sitting at 5 over par for the day. Let's see how you do here on the 18th.
See if we can bring it home. 496. Okay, hold on one second here. Let me pause. What was that par 5 on the front? There you go. So 5 is a 4 is, well, 520 from the tips. And 18's 503. I guess you could kind of get away with it. But then 14 on the back is a 527 par 4. And then you have your 533 par 5. So yeah, some of the yardages are a little funky on the just between par and the scorecard. Again, obviously, as we all know, par is a construct. It's an abstract thing. Doesn't really exist in the nether, but you know, just for reference, some of the yardages and par gets a little funky there too. Again, we've got to make sure that the tour is happy. But cool closing hole here. Play a little cut.
Didn't sound like your purist.
Or the old block right. Oh, hit the cart path and go OB. Do it.
Oh, that's off track.
Yes. Keep going. Get down in there. Oh, let's see. Hey, look at that.
This one's your third.
Look, that's only a shot that a true artist could hit right there.
You made good contact.
That's better. Let's check out this fairway. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Nice.
Okay, about 175 yards to go here.
Straight back up the hill. Like the green. You know what I'm going to say about this. It's all good. Good pin, though, too. Really good pin here. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. Ooh, we got bailed out. That'll work.
And that'll do. Grab your putter.
Hit it right in the channel.
All right, for the bogey.
And let's end with a flourish, shall we? Might want to back off the speed here, too. I don't want to put it off of a green again. Cash. Oh!
Man. This one's 10 feet away. Well, it's heading towards the hole.
Just rip it in there.
Just like that.
And there we go.
That's another round of golf.
Yeah, overall, first of all, shout out to the Don, because just really fun golf holes. The layout's fantastic. It's super fun. You get a nice good chunk of elevation changes, things like that. There you go. There's your proof. We're level 4 or whatever. But yeah, no, shout out to the Don. Again, the Donnie Ross, really fun layout. Lots of really neat elevation changes. I think some of those fairways, again, using LiDAR is a little more difficult because of the exact measurements that you get, but the landing areas get a little pinched, I think, and maybe flattening out just or mellowing out, I should say, some of those landing areas, I think will make it a little more playable. Some of the fairway slopes that you had as well were good, and again, the idea is good of like a golf ball kind of kicking its way down and channeling itself down into those little troughs of fairway, but just softening up some of those hills. Again, the thought of could a mower get on this type of thing would be my only criticism there. And then obviously bunkers, splines between the light rough, the second cut, and like fairway or green, things of that nature. Some of the sculpting around the greens too, I know, like flattening out some of the green surfaces, or at least rounding off those edges a little bit more, and then creating more of a defined second cut that goes down into the traps. Alright. Not entirely sure what happened there, but we're back. Bunkers. Making sure that they're not as jagged, like a lot of the water's edges were jagged too. Again, the banks of the pond and things like that. So just cleaning some of that up. I know that'll happen in post here. Again, this being just a beta. And then yeah, my only other thing here. So like 5 was a par 5, 14's a 4, 15's a 5, and 18's a 4. And it feels like I don't remember 14 entirely, but maybe that should probably be a 5, I think, unless that plays severely downhill, which maybe that does, and that's why it's a 4. But some of the yardages didn't make a ton of sense. Like 5 did not feel like a 5 at all. That felt like it should be a 4, but this is me. Again, I know you're probably going off of the PGA setup and things like that, so that's where it's a little bit different, and I'm not really justified to make any comments on that on behalf of that, but no, otherwise it's good stuff. I think you captured the essence of the golf course great. There's a lot of the houses were great. Your planting was outstanding. Keep that up, because your detail and how deep you go with your layers of planting. Again, some of those houses, the clubhouse work, some of those other objects that you used were really nice. So yeah, no, really good stuff. I'm excited to see this get touched up and be put into tournament play eventually for the 2K23 Refuge Tour, which is going to be sick. Obviously, I need to go get fitted and adjusted and everything else to get ready for that season when it starts on the 28th, which again, shout out to you, Jeff, and everybody else that helps maintain it, because that's a super cool thing coming off of COVID, and seeing it still go is awesome. So again, just tremendous work there, gents. But yeah, no, otherwise that is all I have. I'm sure I'll see you in the Refuge and on the chat there, and for everybody else, enjoy the rest of your day.